What is going on, YouTube world? I'm your brother Reza, KRT LYFE, KRT LYFE with the Y, and today I'm going to show you how to change the secondary air injection pump on a Mercedes E55 AMG wagon or not wagon. So the secondary air injection pump is a pretty common failure on German cars of this vintage. I had literally the exact same issue with my Porsche 996 911, if you've seen that video, and it's literally the exact same part. When I opened this up and looked at it, it's literally the same thing as the one on my 996. It's a Bosch 05800000017816, and it's the same part. So it's I don't know why these things go out. I guess the motor inside of them goes bad after years and years of use, but they sit typically pretty low in a vehicle and are in pretty hot places, so I can see why they fail. But luckily, when they do fail, it's not that bad of an issue to repair and fix on most of the cars that I've done this on so far. On my 996, it was extremely easy to fix. On my S211 E55, it wasn't that hard to do either. When this thing does fail, it gives you a check engine light on your dashboard, and then you'll get the code and it'll say secondary air injection failure. With these E55s, there are two things that can go bad. It can be the actual pump itself, or it could be the actual relay. And in my situation, I just changed both to be on the safe side because the relay is not that expensive. I think it was like $20. And yeah, I changed both of them and I haven't had an issue with it yet. And it's been about 4 months since I replaced this. So I figured I'll go ahead and make a video to show y'all how to do this. And it is pretty darn simple. So let's jump into it. So your secondary air injection pump, which is this right here, lives right down there. The best way to access this is through the bottom of the car. There's a big panel I'm about to show you that you can pull down, and when you pull that panel down right here under your, well, in the United States, well, let's say it's on the left hand side of the car, but on the left hand side of the car, under the bottom panel, under the front of the splitter or front bumper, this thing right here, secondary air injection pump, sits. And it sits about like this, and it connects directly to this hose right here that I'm wiggling. Hopefully y'all can see that on camera. And what this thing basically does is when you do a cold start, this thing kicks on and it forces air through this hose directly into your intake or your blower, or whatever you want to call this, your screw compressor. There's a good one. Your compressor. And it's supposed to reduce emissions gases and stuff like that, noxious emissions gases, I'm assuming. And that's pretty much how it works, but it's very simple to change. All it is 3 screws, 1, 2, 3, that go into a bracket, an electrical connection, and an actual hose that goes on with a little clip. And now we will go under the car so I can show you exactly the area that I'm speaking of. All right, now I'm going to show you how to get to the secondary air injection pump's location. I feel like the croc hunter up under here, all these weird camera shots. But if you look over here, you will see this panel right here, and you'll see this entire thing that's under the hood of the front part of the vehicle. It has all these little, let's see, there we go, 8mm bolts right here. There's 1, there's 2, 3, 4, there's about 6 or 8, I believe, of these little bolts, but they're pretty easy to find. You just go ahead and unscrew them all with something like this, like that right there. Very simple tool, and a little 8mm socket on the edge of it, and then that's how you pretty much take this whole thing down so you can easily access your secondary air injection pump. I'm not going to take this whole thing off at the moment, but I'm going to show you where it is. So I'm going to open this little trap door right here. There we go. And if we look up in here, you can see the pump right there. And you can see the actual screws that mount into the pump. Hold on, let me change my orientation so I can show y'all this a little bit better. Bear with me real quick while I switch it up, stand up, take my wallet out of my pocket, and then go back down here. All right, hold on. Let's see if I can show y'all from a better angle what I mean. All right, so there it is. Can y'all see it good now? I hope y'all can. So that is where the secondary air injection pump lives. And yeah, it's just these screws right here. But you got to take them loose from the front. So there's 1, 2 back there. Let's see if you can see that. two, and then there's a third one at the top, but they're all relatively easy to get to. And then there's an electrical connection connected to it and the hose. And yeah, it's pretty much Swaptronics. Swap one out for the other one and you'll be ready to go to some degree. Now, once you get that part of the equation done, well, in my instance, let me go ahead and close this door back. In my situation, I was curious and I wanted to test mine and see if my pump was in fact bad. So you might be wondering, well, how did I do that? And there are two ways to do it. You can bench test it if you have a 12-volt DC power supply, or you can connect it directly to a car battery and put some power on it and see if it spins. So I don't know why my watch is talking to me, but what I did was I just basically put some wires on here and tried to see if it would spin, and this one right here would not spin, so I knew instantly that this was bad. But I did not know if it also messed up my relay. So we're gonna go to the back now, and I'm gonna show you where the relays actually live and how to change them out. It's really simple. So we'll be back at the back of the car. All right, so now I'm going to talk to you about the relays. The relays in this car for your secondary air injection pump and fuel pump are actually right here behind this speaker. Now I can pop this off right here so you guys can see the speaker. And there's the speaker. To remove this, I believe these are 10mm bolts. So let me check and make sure that these are 10mm bolts. Yes, they are 10mm bolts. So you have to remove these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 10mm bolts, and I'm about to do that right now and then show you guys where the actual relays are. And just like that, I have removed the subwoofer in its cabinet. And let's see, hopefully you can see that good in the video. Yeah, you can see it good. And now I'm about to show you guys where the relays are. So I guess I can go ahead and pull you guys closer in so you can see this better. There we go. All right, so these two relays right here, one is for the fuel pump and one is for the actual secondary air injection pump. And there's a quick and easy way to figure out which is which. Remove one of them, see if the car crank up. If the car cranks up, then you'll know that the other one is the secondary air injection pump relay. If the car does not crank up and just cranks and cranks and cranks, then you know that you remove the fuel pump relay. Very simple method. It's not good to run your car dry from what I've been told, but yeah, that's pretty much what I did, and it worked, and it didn't damage the car, and I was able to fix the issue. And yeah, once I did that, I pretty much buttoned everything up and cleared my codes, and they have not come back since, and everything's working perfectly fine. So this is a very easy do-it-yourself thing to do. It's very easy tools. All you gotta do is just put your car up on a some type of ramps or something like that, and yeah, it's pretty straightforward to do. And I'm sorry that I didn't actually do this whole thing on video, but when I did this, I was in a massive rush to get this job done because because I had other things that I had to do that day. So I'm going back and revisiting it so you guys out there and girls can go ahead and alleviate yourself of this headache. Check engine light if you do have an issue with your secondary air injection pump. So I'm your brother Reza, KRT Life, KRT Life with the Y. Like, subscribe, comment, all these things and stuffs. And yeah, wrenching in the parking deck all day, every day. I hope not all day, every day, but as much as I need to. Peace. I'm out. I can't run off because I'm holding the camera. So laters.